Hi, it's Miranda.
And Natalie from Custom Crafts.
And this time we're going to be showing you this awesome card that Natalie made. It's a thank you card. And on the outside it says thanks. And on the inside you have this cute little pocket and you pull this out and it says, "For being such a great friend."
For being such a
Sorry,
great
I have to emphasize that.
It's the bee. Yeah.
Exactly. She has this little beehive here and little bees buzzing around. Super cute. And to make this card, we used some Coordinations paper, which is going to be a perfect example of how this paper can be used.
And we did an infomercial about this paper. So if you want to check that out on our YouTube channel, we'll tell you all about the different uses and the different ways you can use these in your crafts.
Exactly. And some other really cool things that she used to make this card is the Cricut stamping material that we actually cut using the Cricut
Home
decor cartridge.
That's where we got the bee, and that is located right here on your keypad. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows over.
And 2 down.
3 down.
Using the home decor cartridge. And just some other little fun things. She used a really cool technique that you're going to want to see for the outside of the card. We'll keep that a secret.
Yeah, for the honeycomb.
But let's get started and we'll go over all of the things that we're going to use while we're using them.
Great. So the first step in our card is that we are going to create the honeycomb look. It's really, really light, but just gives kind of a cool background to the card. And the way we did this was, ta-da,
This is our secret.
Yeah, with bubble wrap. So really fun technique, but something that took me a couple tries to perfect. So I just took some of the scattered straw Tim Holtz Distress ink, and I inked up. Now the reason it took me a couple times to get this right was because this ink dries differently than when you put it on first. So I used, I think, a couple of different, I think I used tea dye also, but I'm just going to go with the scattered straw. Okay, so you get that bubble wrap nice and wet, and then I pressed my cardstock into my bubble wrap. And then when you take it off, now it's okay that it's not perfect.
Yeah,
because that's how a honeycomb is. So you could heat tool this and make it dry a little bit faster, or you could rub a paper towel over it to kind of give it like some pop more than others, and that's the first step. So Miranda is going to tell you the next step.
Yeah, I'm going to be working on the inside mainly, and I'm just going to kind of tell you a few things I'm going to be doing so Natalie can be showing you the outside unnecessary things that you don't really need to see. I'm just going to be gluing. We measured a piece of paper here. This is graphic 45 also, and measured, and we're going to put this on the top part of the card, and then also used some 7 Gypsies naked pockets. And
those come in a package that is like all different sizes, right? So they get a lot of envelopes or pockets, right? That package over there that's got a lot of different assorted sizes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
There are tons. We have them right here.
So you get a ton in one package.
And then same thing, just traced. I already have my paper here. So I already just traced the pocket, and I'm going to glue that on. And while I'm just doing some little gluing here, Natalie will go and show you a next step.
Okay. Which is to create this little hanging bee tag. And we used our stamp material here. We actually used it in 2 different ways. So we stamped in brown Stays On ink right here, and I've already done that on this little part. And we cut this out with the Nestabilities, which I have right here. And this is the Petite Scallop Circle Large, and that's what I'm going to use to do the second one as well. But then we also used it on the inside right here on this envelope, and Miranda's going to show you that step. I'm just going to be cutting out with my Nestability the second scalloped area. So let's see, which one do I need? So I need this one right here to be the bigger size circle. And I've got my Cuttlebug. Now you may have the Wizard machine at home, which is great. You can also use these in your Cuttlebug. And I've got a little cheat sheet for myself here. My formula for cutting in the Cuttlebug using your nestabilities is an A plate, then a C plate, then my cardstock, then your nestability with the cut your blade down, and then another B plate. And this is the formula for cutting. So I'm going to slide this through my Cuttlebug, and I have a cut shape. Just like that. Now, if you want to emboss this shape as well, the formula is A plate, B plate, then you're going to put your nestability down with the paper in it. So cut side up, just like that, and then you're going to put your tan polymer mat down, which probably comes, you get this with your Wizard machine, and then you're going to put a piece of cardstock. Now you might want to put a couple of different pieces down to get your emboss. So I've got a couple of different little pieces of cardstock, and then my B plate. Okay, then we're going to run this through and we'll get a nice embossed edge. And we've got an embossed edge, and when I ink this, if I took a little bit of ink around the edge, you are able to see. Now, like I said, that tan mat comes with your Wizard, your Spellbinder embossing and cutting machine. But you can also buy the mats separately from us at customcrafts.com. It's just a tan polymer embossing mat. So you can see here I've got that embossed edge, and if I take the ink around this one too, I've got my little bee, and I'm just going to glue him down. So I'm just going to stick this down with some adhesive. You can pop dot it if you want to. And now Miranda's going to show you her next step. I think she's at a point where she can show you something cool.
Yes, ma'am. I've already got my paper glued on the inside in here. So now we're at this step. I'm going to show you how to make this outside and the inside of the pocket here. Your little saying. And to get this paper, this colored paper for the inside here, we used one of the Seven Gypsies envelopes, which is also the same envelope that we're going to use for the outside of our card.
Yep.
And we just had one that had been written on or something, so we just took some of the extra paper that hadn't been written on and cut two pieces and taped them together or glued them together so that it would be more dense. And now we're using our Ink Essentials white pen, which is really awesome for writing on any colored paper. And I'm just going to do some little lines around the edges here, and then write "for being such a great friend" and our little curlicue flight patterns. I can never remember that. And I'll just be doing that, and I'll be doing that.
You'll be doing that. Okay.